From those around, I hear a cry.
You're gonna end up criticizing the group, speaking out against the group. It could even lead you to exaggerate things about the group, or even lie about that group. And there has been incidents like this in the past, and these incidents are carrying on. Sheikh Albani, one of the best scholars of our time, found out that the Deoband, those who studied in the Deoband madrasas, Darul Uloom, they are doing some things which is wrong, which is not correct. So he spoke against that. Then when they heard him speaking against that, they refused to some of them, or most of them, refused to accept the truth. So then they spoke against Sheikh Albani about certain negative things he did. Allahu Alam, I don't know the story in depth, but I'm just using this as an example. And this causes division among the groups. The people who have love and respect for Sheikh Albani, it's going to end up leading them to think negative of the Deoband. And the Deoband are going to think negative of Sheikh Albani and his followers because they criticize Deoband. A division has been created. We have so much division already by so many nations. The Ummah has been divided into so many nations. And now on top of that, the Ummah has been divided into sects and then groups. That's a humiliating state the Muslims are in now. Some Muslim groups will not unite with other Muslim groups. Muslim sects will not unite with other Muslim sects. And that's a valid reason, because if there's a sect which is too astray, they are doing things so wrong, then the sect is committing shirk, kufr, and obviously you can't unite with them. That sect has to accept the truth. Same with certain groups. If certain groups are too astray, too deviant, then you can't unite with that group. That group has to accept the truth. You have to give them dawah and and they have to accept it. But the problem is, certain members from groups will not accept the truth, because they have so much love for their group that they will not want to let go. They have so much love for the teachers that they will not want to accept that the teachers could do anything wrong. It's as if they believe that teachers and groups are infallible. Subhanallah. And if you blind follow your teacher, your sheikh says something wrong and you're still going to hold on to that opinion when you know it, then you're going to fall into the category of the Jews and Christians, who Allah speaks about in the Quran. That the Jews and Christians, they started worshipping their priests and rabbis. They took them as lords. And there was a Christian who just met Muhammad sallallahu and the revelation was revealed to Muhammad sallallahu, and the Christian asked him, Ya Rasulullah, or Yo Muhammad, we never worshipped or bowed down or prostrated to our priests. And Muhammad sallallahu said to him, didn't your priests make halal what Allah made haram? Didn't your priests make haram to what Allah made halal? And you agreed with them, you followed them on that. And the Christian replied yes. And the Prophet said that was your worship of them. Subhanallah. And this is something the scholars of some deviant sects and groups have done. What Allah has made haram, they made halal, and what Allah has made halal, they made haram. There is a deviant sect who believe you can go and worship graves. You can go and call the dead people for help. The pious dead people. They believe that. There's other deviant groups and sects, they believe you can use the names of awliyas in your du'as, such as Ya Allah, forgive me for the sake of Shah Jalali, or Ya Allah, I ask you about the right of Muhammad. And that's a bid'ah. It could be shirk. Subhanallah, and that's the problem with blind following nowadays. One of the reasons is people probably end up loving their sheikhs and groups more than they love Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Salaf and the Sahabas. What's the solution to this? At the moment, the Muslims, majority of them, they're following the understanding of their teachers, of their groups regarding Quranic ayahs and hadiths. And that is what is causing division among the ummah. And we've got kibr, we've got arrogance inside us. We refuse to accept the truth. That is kibr, that is arrogance. You believe you're part of a group. My group is so great, my group is this, they do a lot for the deen. What does your group do? In certain groups, I've seen it, certain teachers in certain groups, they always boast about their group. My group is doing this, my group is doing that, we done this, we done that. And they hide the dawah, they don't mention the dawah which is done by other groups. So the people of that group believe that only their group is doing all the dawah, while the other groups aren't doing much. When in reality, the other groups are doing dawah. They are doing other good deeds, they are doing a lot for the ummah. But the group they're in, they don't mention this. They boast and they say that only our group. And this is another thing that is causing division among the ummah. And subhanallah, it's sad. It's happening with the ummah today. So what is the solution now for this problem? What should we do? The problem with kibr is arrogance. If you refuse to accept the truth, then you have arrogance, you have kibr in you. And Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, if a person has one speck of kibr, one speck of arrogance, pride in him, he's not going to go Jannah. What will happen is that he will be punished. He'll be punished for that one speck of arrogance, kibr he has in him, then he will go to Jannah. SubhanAllah, that's what can happen. Some Muslims today don't have one speck of arrogance, they have a lot of arrogance in them, a lot of pride, a lot of kibr. If you refuse to accept the truth, then that's a sign of kibr. I mean, you have kibr, arrogance in you. So the Muslims, what we need to do is we need to love the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Sahabas more than our teachers, our group, our Jamaats. We have to be open-minded. When we hear of different opinion, valid, we should research into this issue. We should ask our teacher, our group, for evidence regarding this issue. We shouldn't just go to our own group's lectures. For example, if you're a Taqleedi, you should not just only go to Taqleedi lectures. You should go to other lectures as well by other groups. When you hear different opinion, you should ask your scholar, your teacher, your group, do you have evidence for this? Someone told me otherwise, somebody told me something opposite. If you hear something from your teacher, your group that doesn't seem correct, or you think something dodgy, then you should ask him for evidence. And you should hang around with different brothers. If you're a Taqleedi, you should not only hang around with Taqleedi, you should hang around with other brothers as well, such as Salafis or other brothers from other Jamaats. Because we are one ummah, we're the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. We should give each other dawah, nasiyah. We should meet new Muslims for the sake of Allah. We should get to know them. We should hang around with them. If they do anything wrong, we should correct them. We should give them nasiyah with evidences. If we are not that knowledgeable to give them nasiyah, we should call them to come to the lectures done by our groups or different teachers, different scholars. We should tell them to ask the scholars or the different teachers for evidences regarding this issue. And we should abandon. At the moment, majority of us are following the understanding of our teachers, our scholars regarding the Quran and Sunnah. That is one of the things that's causing division among the Ummah. And because of this, we have different understanding. We have to return to the understanding of the Sahabas regarding Quranic ayahs and hadiths. If you can't find the understanding of the Sahaba, then we look for the understanding of the Salaf, or the Tabi'een, or the Tabi'een regarding this hadith or this ayah of the Quran. And in our time, It's not that hard because you have access to Sahih Bukhari, the books, Sahih Tirmidhi. You have access to Fath al-Bari, the explanation of Sahih Bukhari. We have access to Tafsir by Ibn Kathir, the explanation, commentary of the Quran. So if you find out that our teachers, our Jamaat, has an understanding regarding Quranic ayah or hadith and the understanding is wrong, we should abandon that understanding for the understanding of the Sahabas. This will unite us, because the understanding of the Sahabas is correct. So we should follow the understanding of the Sahabas regarding Quranic ayahs and hadiths, and this is something that will unite us. This is what we need to do. But if you look at these sects, they have different understanding. They follow the understanding of the teachers. That the Shias, some of them believe that Imams are equal to the scholars. Now, whose understanding is this? This is not the understanding of the Sahabas or the Salaf. There's an ayah in the Quran where Allah says that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the seed of the prophets. So there will be no prophets after him. There's a false prophet called Rashid Khalifa. What he says is this ayah is talking about there's going to be no prophets after Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But me, I'm just a messenger. He says that all prophets are messengers, but not all messengers are prophets. He changes the meanings. So he says that he's a messenger who came after Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and his followers, they believed him because they are following his understanding of that Quranic ayah. But if they were to follow the understanding of the Sahabas regarding that Quranic ayah, they will not follow him. They will say you're a false prophet. I hope I made this issue clear. If I said anything correct, it is from Allah. If I said anything wrong, it is from me and the shaitan. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.